Hi guys. Okay, I am so excited to be chatting with you guys today all about stories. Stories are so stinking huge, and if you have seen me speak anywhere or on a Zoom, you know how much I am preaching this right now, you guys. It is so huge. There's almost 500 million people using stories every single day now. And it's probably grown since the last time I read that statistic. So it's just so stinking amazing. If you are using stories already, drop a heart emoji in the comments because I'm very curious to who is utilizing stories. And tonight I'm going to share just a few tips with you guys on really how to utilize it, how to build engagement, how to just start connecting with people that are following you, and how you can also connect with people that you follow through stories as well. And okay, so to get started, you guys, I really just, again, want to say that stories are so huge. So if you haven't yet started using the stories, I want you to know there's absolutely no pressure. It is so simple once you just start. But I want to encourage you, stop getting ready to get ready when it comes to posting in your stories. You just have to get over that fear and just start one post at a time, you guys, in your stories, and you will be so stinking glad that you did. So I'm going to just jump right in, and I'm going to be using Instagram. One tip that I have right off of the bat is make sure that you are connecting your Instagram to your Facebook so that when you post in your stories on your Instagram, it just goes right to your Facebook as well. And you can do this through your personal page, through a business page. It is completely up to you. So I'm just going to jump right in and just show you guys how to really start utilizing stories for your social. And there is no stinking time to waste, you guys. There's a new product getting ready to launch for us. It works. And I am so excited about it. But I want you to know, utilize the stories now so that when the new product launches, you are so ahead of the game. So that you can start posting about it and your excitement and, just start talking about it. So we're going to jump right in and open up Instagram. I'm going to show you, if you are not familiar with exactly how to start doing your Instagram story. So we're going to open up your Instagram. And the top, you guys can see where it says the little camera at the top left. So we're going to click on that, okay? And this is going to open up your camera roll. So this is exactly how you post stories, you guys. So as you can see, this is the view on my phone right now. I'm holding my phone in my hand and this is my view. So what I always love to do is just swipe up from the bottom and this brings up my camera roll. And so we're going to... Here's an idea for you. Of course, we're going to be posting about our products and our business, and I'm going to get into that with you guys as well. But I really want to help you start building that engagement on your actual, in your DMs and in your stories. And we're going to drip the product and drip the business, of course, but we want to be building engagement every single day using lots of different tools. Okay, so I'm just going to jump in and show you guys a few simple ways of what I love to do when it comes to just building engagement. And I grab so many images from Pinterest. I will just type things in the search engine in Pinterest. I will just really try to get the best images that I can. I obviously try to take them myself. I post a lot of Harper, a lot of me, a lot of videos. So I do all of those things. But for a few of these that I'm going to show you guys, I just jumped on Pinterest into the search engine, and you guys can find so many different images and tools that you can use here in your stories. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to do is I always love just really building engagement when it comes to the templates. And so there's so many different templates, you guys, that you can do. But if you type in Instagram engagement, there's going to be templates like you guys see here on my phone that I'm going to grab and show you. It's just a great way to connect with your audience, to really just start building that relationship with them. So this is just one way that we're going to start doing that. So as you can see here on my screen, I just jumped on Pinterest. I grabbed a few images and I'm just going to choose one. Okay, so here on my screen, it says the get to know me, this or that. I grabbed this again from Pinterest, and I love doing these. I do these quite often, and why I love doing this is because it's a way for me to connect with the people that maybe they haven't shown interest yet, or maybe I haven't reached out to them yet. We haven't connected quite yet. So this is such a great way to do that, and it's a great way for your audience to get to know you as well. So I would just throw this up here on my phone, okay? And when I do that, all that I'm going to do, you guys, is just circle the ones that I am personally choosing for myself, okay? So you can see at the top right, there are so many different tools that you can use when it comes to your stories. And I'm going to teach you guys how to utilize all of these, because the more that you're using the tools that they provide here in the app, the better your stories will show on the algorithm, okay? So that's going to be one of our biggest goals. So this is just, again, a simple way that you can start building engagement. So as you can see, I pulled up this template. At the top right, I'm going to hit the little pencil button. And when I do that, on the left-hand side, you can see that I can choose the size of my pencil. So I'll just go super low, and I'm just going to click the black one. And I would circle all of the ones, I would circle all of the ones that would apply to me, okay? And this is as how simple as it is, you guys, okay? So once I do that, I would do coffee, let's do pasta. Actually, I'm gonna do pizza. Pizza, Europe, autumn, breakfast. Okay, so I'm just choosing the ones that I would personally choose for myself. And when I do that, you guys, I am simply going, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here in my story so that you guys can tell. But first, when I do this, early bird. Okay, so before I post it, I am going to save it into my camera roll. So you see at the top right, the arrow that's pointing down. I'm just going to click that. It's going to save it right to my camera roll, okay? And I'm going to add it to my stories. And how you add this to your stories, you guys, I missed one. Adventure. Is you just click the very bottom left-hand corner. You see your own profile picture will be here. And we're just going to add that into our story, okay? So now that's added onto my story. So here's what I do next, and this is how you're going to start building engagement with your audience, okay? So here's the one that I saved, the one that it's filled out. I just filled it out, and I saved it to my camera roll. Whoops, I didn't save that part. Okay, so we are going to simply put over it. So to add text over any image, when you guys use the swipe up feature from the bottom, to put any text over it, you're going to hit the A's at the very top, okay? And that's gonna open up to where you can put text over this image. So all I'm gonna say is, I'd love to see your responses. Screenshot the next image and tag me. And at the very top where it says classic, you can I can't even talk. You can keep on clicking those at the very top, and that's going to pull up tons of different fonts for you to use. You can add a background if you want. And here's something super cool. So you see like the little dropper here on the side at the bottom, where all of the color, the circle colors are at. When you click on that, you can drag it around your image to make it match the color of the image. So I love to do this on images that are bright, and maybe it's a color that isn't quite where the options are given. So I just would hold it down, and you just simply drag it around. You see how it's changing the colors? You would just drag it around. But because this is pretty plain, I'm just gonna we'll do this one, and we'll just go ahead and do the black. And I am simply putting this right over the text, okay? So to drag it, to center it, you see where that blue line is. That means that it is centered on my stories, okay? So that means it's completely centered when you see it vertical and horizontal. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I just said, I'd love to see your responses, screenshot the next image, and tag me. Okay, so here is what we're going to do, you guys. I'm going to add this to my story. And once it's added, I am going to go back down. I swiped up again to open up my camera roll. Whoops. And I'm going to go back down, and I'm going to post the blank template that I used. And they're going to fill it out, and they're going to tag me in it. And this is such a great way, you guys, to start building engagement and building relationships with people. When people screenshot it and they tag me in their stories, that not only brings the people that they're following over to my page, but it's a way for me to start interacting with them. And you want to make sure that you're showing love back. So when people do that, I always try to post it into my stories. I usually do I would say 10 to 15. I don't want to completely overload it, but share it back in your stories, okay? And I usually will put a GIF over that. So I would simply post this again. Okay, so now this is what you guys will see in my stories. This is what it will look like. You see my filled out template, and then you see the one that I posted that says, I'd love to see your responses, screenshot the next image. So now, all they have to do is just hold it down. So if you want to screenshot it, you guys, all you have to do is just hold your finger down. Like my finger is held down right now on the actual story image, and you just screenshot it. And there you go. That's all you have to do, okay? And so when we do that, the reason that I love doing that again is because it just helps me connect with people that maybe I haven't quite connected with yet. So the next thing that we're gonna do, I know I'm going super quick, so you might have to jump back and watch some of this. But the next thing that I'm going to do is you could do what's in your bag. That's a great one. They're just so much fun. But we want to start using the tools that is provided by Instagram, by the actual feature. Same thing for Facebook, okay? So we are going to... Okay, the little smiley face with the page, we're going to click on that. This is going to open up all of the fun little tools and features that Instagram allows us to use. And when you have this connected to your Facebook page and you have your stories to where when you post on your Instagram, it posts on your Facebook, if you have a poll, people can still vote on your poll. Your poll transfers right over to Facebook. So they can vote on that Facebook poll, not just your Instagram one. They can vote over there as well. And that's something that I recently just learned a few months ago. Okay, so we have this image pulled up. Okay, so I am going to show you guys just a fun poll again to just build engagement. And here's what we're gonna do. So you're gonna click on the little smiley page button, and this is gonna bring up all of the fun little options that we have to choose from, okay? So the goal is to always, when you're posting a story, you wanna try to use one of these features. That's just your main goal. You wanna really utilize the features that are given, whether it's tagging your location or adding a GIF. I add GIFs onto so many of my images. Mentioning people, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and hashtags and music. You see all of these incredible options, okay? So right now we're going to click on the poll, and this is going to pull up a poll, okay? Quick little tip where it says ask a question. You do not have to put your text here. So I always love to just do my poll here first and without having any text above it. So I'm going to drag this to the trash. To drag it to the trash, if you mess up, you just hold down on it, and then you'll see the little trash can at the very bottom, and just drop it in, okay? So we're going to go back up. I'm actually going to put text over it. So the top right, the A's, I'm going to click on that. It's going to bring up the text, and I'm going to ask, do you prefer working out at home or at the gym? And this, again, you guys, is just a question to start building engagement with people, okay? So the top, again, where it says strong, this is going to take me through all of the different fonts that I can use. So I'm just going to start clicking these until I find the one that I love. Okay, we're going to do this one. This one's great. So when you see the blue line, that means that it is centered. Okay, so this is centered. When I drag it up to the top, you can see that blue line right there. That means that it is as high as it should go, or else my text won't be seen. So I'll bring it down here just a little bit. Okay, perfect. So we'll leave it just like that. So I said, do you prefer working out at home or at the gym? And now we're going to add the poll. So we're going to click on the smiley page and click on the poll option. Remember, you don't have to put your text in where it says ask a question. Okay. So we clicked on the poll. And now where it says yes and no, we are going to put our poll options. A quick tip when it comes to polls is I always really try to keep them both positive. I don't do like a yes and no. I usually just try to do, just keep them both positive. Like if I'm posting about my keto coffee or my products, like the two options that I would normally have would be like, heck yes, girl, like I'm interested. Or the other one would say like, send me more info. I want this, something like that. So I do try to keep them both pretty positive. So where it says yes and no is where we're going to put our poll options. So I'm going to say home all the way, get me to a gym. So these are going to be my poll options that I'm going to ask. Again, it's just a great way to build engagement, you guys. So we're going to put this here. And if I turn it like this and then I turn it back, there is, you'll feel it vibrate. And there's a little, like a faint yellow line. It's hard to see on here, but that will tell you that it is even. So then we'll center it again. And we'll make it centered maybe. There we go. We'll bring it down a little. And this is just another poll option that you can use. And I'm telling you guys, if you just go to Pinterest and get creative and think about the things that you love to talk about, okay? So that's what I want you to remember is when you're doing this, you want to be posting and talking about the things that you enjoy, that you're passionate about. And so it's just, again, a great way to really start building engagement. So if I wanted to post this, I would just hit the add to my stories there in the bottom left-hand corner. And that would add it right to my Instagram story, to my Facebook and my personal phone, okay? Or my personal Instagram. So this is just another fun little way that you can start building engagement. So again, you guys, I want to just encourage you to really start utilizing the tools that they give you when it comes to using your stories. So the next thing that I want to talk about, I've mentioned, I'll go right, let's see. I'm gonna do this. We'll go here. Okay. Another way to start utilizing the engagement tool is we'll do questions. So ask me a question. So a fun one to build engagement would be like, what Netflix series do you guys recommend for me? Like I'm looking for Netflix. We'll do Netflix recommendations. And go. And then all that I would do is put an emoji here, maybe do like an exclamation point. The top in the middle, you guys, you can see that you can change the color of this box, okay? So all you have to do is just click on that and it's gonna start changing the color of my question box. And you can honestly do so many different colors. I would just stick with white. Like I said, I'm going to center it, bring it up. And this is such a great way, you guys, to start building engagement once again, okay? So as people would start like dropping recommendations, I'll share those on my stories. You can screenshot like a whole bunch of options at once and I would just like highlight through their names and I would share those. That way my followers are engaged just as much as I am. So I can be like, listen, you guys, these were all recommended to me. So like, I feel like we should all watch them together, that type of thing. So when you guys do this, all that will happen once you post this on your story. So when you post a poll, when you post a question like this, you're going to, I'm just going to exit out of this. So what I would do is simply swipe up. This is the one that I just posted. So I would simply swipe up and it's going to show me the people who have viewed my stories. And if it was a poll at the top, So the poll responses would be there right at the top, you guys. And this is simply just showing me who is viewing my stories. And what I really recommend doing is, as people are viewing my stories, if I notice it's like a constant theme, I make sure that I'm engaging with them, I'm messaging them, we're connected, and so I think that it's just so important to keep your eye on this, because this is so crucial when it comes to building in your stories. And the more consistent you are, the more people who will see your stories. And this is just, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that. So like I said, when you swipe up here, you're going to see who's viewing your stories. If this was a poll, if this image was a poll, the poll responses would be at the top, okay? And based on their responses, sometimes people hit it on accident. You just never know. But I would reach out to them based on what my question was, based on what I wanted to talk about with them. So I would reach out to them based on those things, okay? So this is simply just a really great way, you guys, to be building engagement. So now I want to show you a few fun little tips on, let's go, we will do this one. Okay, and I'm just going to use, I'm just going to use this as a background. I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. So when you guys are, let's do this, sorry. Okay, so we will go to, I'm just scrolling through here super quick. Okay, so let's say that I am on Pam's, I'm scrolling through, I see Pam's video, she's singing amazing, we all know that. So let's say that I would share this into my story. So when you see a post from anyone that you just love, whether it's a quote or an image, or maybe it's the caption, their description, and you're like, oh, okay, like people need to see this, you can share this right into your stories. And this is a great way to start building a relationship, a connection with people. And I'm going to give you some really amazing tips here. So I hope that you guys are listening, because I'm so excited for this. Okay, so if I'm going to post this of Pam, you can see like the little paper airplane image almost right under her post. So you see the heart, the comment box, and then the little paper airplane, and then the save button. We're going to click on the little paper airplane, okay? And this is going to open up my, who I could send this to. And I'm going to click add post to your story. You can do this for any Instagram post that is out there. So I'm going to click add post to your story. What this is going to do, this is bringing up Pam's post that she just put up on her Instagram. And you can click on it and change it, the look of it. There's two options. So we have this look, or I can click it again on her actual, I'm just clicking on her face. But there's two options that you can share here, okay? This is the one that I would normally share. So what I can do, and you want to make sure when you're doing this, is you want to also tag them. Sharing it like this does not tag them. I just recently learned that. You have to actually tag them in this story, okay? So I'm going to be posting this of Pam, and I would add, let's say, okay, so I'm going to show you how to get the GIF. So you're going to click on the little smiley page again. We're going to click on that, and this is going to bring up the GIF. So on the left-hand side, you see where it says GIFs. We're going to click on that. The first ones that show up are the ones that are trending, okay? But I'm going to put boss babe. Okay, love this one. So I am just going to drag this, and you can drag it anywhere you want on the image. I'm going to do the boss babe one. I'm going to go back to the GIFs and say, I'll do yes. And here, you guys can do so many fun things with GIFs. So this is just an idea. So you could drag this down to the bottom where the hands are clapping, right outside, right inside of the image. So you could do something like this, you guys. And so when you do this, both of these are just GIFs, and you can search so many different GIFs, you guys. when you are sharing this. And you want to use GIFs in your stories. It's just so much more fun. I feel like I get way much more engagement when I'm using actual GIFs in my stories. So yes, if they're private, you can't share it. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is something that I would share of Pam, and I would just slide this up a little bit. Like I said, you guys, you want to make sure that you tag them, because this isn't going to tag them. And why you want to tag them is because if they have influence or just a lot of followers or just like an audience in general, when you tag someone in your stories, they are so much more likely to repost that into their stories, which means that you're tapping into their audience as well. So if you have someone who's a podcaster or a blogger or just amazing on social, or they just like speak so much volume to you, let them know. Like, share one of their posts, let them know, add some gifts onto it, make it fun, send people their way. You know, you have to give love to get love. So give them love and they'll give you love right back. Okay. And you guys do have to, if you want to really reach tons of people, your stories, if your profile is private, your stories are also private. So that's why I always recommend going public. Okay. And you guys can do so many of these features on Facebook as well. So like I said, I'm going to be sharing this of Pam. So all that I would do is I would add my GIFs. I add them on. I'm going to make sure that I tag her. And you can do it by clicking the A's at the top. And I would just start typing in her name right here. Here we go. Oops. And then I'm just going to move whoops. Okay. There we go. And then all that I would do is something like this. Or you can click on the little smiley face page, click on that, and we'll exit out of the GIFs, and you see where it says mention. So mention at the top does the exact same thing, which is you being able to tag Pam or whoever's Instagram post that you share. So you guys can do that as well. So either way, you can mention them. You do want to make sure that you're tagging them if you're sharing this into your story, because it's going to be so huge, especially if they share that. Like I said, you're going to be able to tap into their following and build relationships with a whole brand new group of people when you guys are doing this. Okay. Okay, so I am going to share this. We'll make this a little bit bigger. I always love just getting creative and sharing this. Okay, so I tagged Pam. Okay, make sure that you tag them, add the GIFs. This is how you share someone's Instagram post. And I would just hit add to my story. Simple, easy peasy. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to teach you guys, which is so much fun, is you can copy and paste. I'm going to jump over to Pinterest super quick. You guys are like seeing all of my behind the scenes. Okay, so I'm going to type in iPhone wallpaper, and this is a tip that I recently just learned. Like, my mind was stinking blown, you guys. Okay, I love this. So I'm just gonna, so how you save this when you're on Pinterest. Okay, so I just typed in iPhone wallpaper. I do this all the time. So I'm gonna click on the good things are coming one. The top left, you see the 3 dots. This is how you save an image from Pinterest, okay? The top left, you see the 3 dots. We're gonna click on those, and we're going to hit download image. And this is going to put it right into the camera roll, okay? My camera roll on my phone. So the image is saved, okay? So now watch this, you guys. Okay, I'm going to upload this right to my Insta. It's right here on my Instagram, okay? Now, you can use, there's so many amazing apps. I'm gonna give you a list of my favorite before we get off, but I wanted to show you this because I just learned it and it like blew my mind. You see this image, okay? This is what I just grabbed from Pinterest and just popped right back over to my Insta to share it, okay? So I have this. I am going to show you how you can overlay an image super, super quick. Just by, I have it here somewhere. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so we'll do the one of harps. Okay, so when you go to an image, you guys, you are going to hit copy. You're just going to go to your camera roll, whatever image that you would put on top of this, and you are going to hit, as soon as you hit copy, it's that, like that, it popped up where it said add sticker. Okay. So now, because I copied that image, instead of using a third-party app, all that you're going to do, you guys, we went to our camera roll, we grabbed the photo that we wanted to lay over this, and this is just an example. So you could do this with a before and after photo or a group photo of you and some of your teammates. And we are simply going to add the photo right here in Instagram onto this image. So I'm going to hit the A buttons, the very top right, and I'm simply going to hit paste. And here is my image. Right here. You guys, my mind was blown when I just learned this. I was like, what? I had no idea. So you can seriously go to your camera roll, hit copy. I hope that it showed up when I was copying it. I know that it kind of turned a little bit, so hopefully that showed up. If it did, will you guys just let me know? So you can go to your camera roll, hit copy on any image that you want. Open up your Insta. I just grabbed this photo from Pinterest. You can, so right when you open it, I'm not sure if it showed up or not, but the bottom left, it said add sticker. As soon as I open up my Instagram, you can click the add sticker right away. Yeah, this is all recorded, you guys. You can hit the add sticker right away, or you can hit the A's at the top and hit paste. And that just pasted this image onto my screen. Yeah, I'll do it again for you guys. Okay. So I went to my camera roll. I'm not going to do it again because I don't want it to mess up. But just go and grab any photo, you guys, that you want. Whoops. Okay, grab any photo that you want. Look at me. I was like, I'm not going to do it. And then I did it. Okay, grab any photo that you want. And you're going to hit copy. So when you open it up, you're just going to hit copy. Okay, whoops. And then go to your Insta. Go here and hit paste. Okay? And it pastes the image. And then you just make it centered by looking at that. You guys, I'm sorry, it messes up when I try to copy it, but you get the point. Test it out yourself. Go to your camera roll. At the bottom, whenever you guys are looking at the picture, hit copy. And then go here and paste it right on. Like, how amazing is this? I'm not joking. My mind was blown when I learned this. I had no idea. Like, I had absolutely no idea. Okay, so that's just a quick little tip for you guys. I love this so much. Look at her, my little babe. Okay, I know. Like, it seriously blew my mind because I was using third-party apps for so many things, and I'm like, I had no idea. Okay? So, now that kind of is just a little tip for you guys. Another tip that I have that I recently just learned, you guys, I'm always learning with you. So I'm sharing like the golden nuggets that I recently just learned, okay? So when you are using hashtags, you want to be using hashtags in your stories all of the time. Like every single time that you are posting a story that is for customers or for team members or just to build engagement, bring people over to your page, you want to be using hashtags, okay? So a tip for you is when we click on the little smiley face, the page, we're going to click on that, and that is going to bring up the top right where it says hashtag, okay? This allows you to post one hashtag and one hashtag only. But I'm going to show you guys how you can post multiple hashtags that will reach tons more people, and we can hide it. So it's not like screaming in people's faces, okay? So if you do just want to use one hashtag, totally fine. Just click the hashtag at the top right that you guys see right here. But if we're going to use multiple hashtags, yes, Tiffany's like, I place hashtags behind my poll. Genius! I just learned this. I was like, wait a second. I had no idea. So if you want to use multiple hashtags, you guys, some of you are like, yeah, I knew this. Well, I didn't. So I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so I would simply click the A's again. It's going to bring up all of my text. And you can keep hashtags in your notes section in your phone. Honestly, I haven't used hashtags in my stories because I had no stinking idea that you guys could, like, that you could do this. Why aren't you guys teaching me this? So all that you do, you guys, is keep hashtags in your stories. And there's so many different ways that you can like find hashtags that are trending or that works for you. So what I really recommend doing is, so that you can use multiple hashtags, is you're just going to click the A's at the top again, and you're going to start typing all of your hashtags. And when you do that, so I'm just going to type in boss babe, hashtag. I'm like the worst at making them up. I have to do so many research. Mother, daughter. Okay, I'm just using these, you guys. This is embarrassing. I'm not the best at hashtags. Okay, so you see them here. Okay, these are like hashtags. Okay. Oh my gosh, text replacement. Genius. You guys are so genius. Okay, so let's just pretend that I'm great at doing hashtags and I have a whole entire list of them. Now we're just going to hide them so that no one knows they're there, but they're popping up all over for everyone else. Okay. Boom. They're hidden. All I did. See, they're right there. But I'm just going to put this picture right on over it. And all of my hashtags are hidden. You guys, I had no idea that you could do this. I had no idea. Like, my mind's still blown just doing it. I was like, what? You can hide all of your stinking hashtags, still will show up. Like, still, seriously, like, I just can't even get enough. I'm so stinking happy. Like, I'm so happy. And you know what, you guys? You can do this if you have, like, an amazing story that is, like, motivation or, like, boss babe, or, like, you're doing just something where you want to shout out a whole bunch of people. You can tag them all and then hide it behind an image. But it's still going to tag all of them. They can share it in their stories. They'll repost it in their stories. And it's all hidden. So you can do this with hashtags. You can do this with mentions. And like I said, you guys, all that you have to do is the little smiley guy at the top. Click on that. If you just want to use one main hashtag, you see that at the very top right. If you want to use just one mention, like I did with Pam's earlier. Oh, I didn't do that with Pam's earlier, but like I would have done with hers earlier, just hit the mention one. But if you want to do multiple hashtags, multiple mentions, you have to use the text at the top, the little A's. So you're going to use the A's, okay? Right here. And then we can just start mentioning people. That's all that we have to do. And then we just hide it. And that's just like a quick little tip that I recently learned. And I was like, what? I had no idea. And, okay, so there's a little bit. Next. Oh, look at my little honeys. Okay, I'm going to bring this down. Next, let's say that I have this image here that I got from Pinterest, but I'm like, I'm going to throw like a couple of pictures on it that I copy and paste over from my camera roll because I can do that now. And, but I don't want the good things that are coming, and I don't want to cover that up with, I don't want to come up with, like, I don't want to color over that, and I don't want to put a picture over it. So all that you have to do, you guys, I hope that I do this right, is, okay, so we're going to click on, like I just taught you earlier, the bottom left. You see all of the colors here, okay? We're going to click on the little dropper, and then we're just going to drag it around, and all that you have to do is hold it down. Like I'm just holding my thumb down, and it covers all of the text. And if you guys knew this and didn't tell me, I'm just joking. I just learned this too. Okay. So, oh, you guys can see my phone. I'm like losing it. I'm so pumped. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm covering the good things are coming. I just want it covered, like totally covered. All that I do, the bottom left, you see the little, like the little dropper. I'm going to drag it around until, I mean, obviously it's the same color. And then all that I do is hold my thumb down. Maybe. You guys, I swear I just did it right. Okay. and it's gone. There we go. And it's totally gone. And now I have a blank canvas that I can put pictures on. I can write text on it. So amazing. How fun is this? Okay. So that's just another little tip for you guys. So the goal with stories, you guys, is just building engagement. It's getting people interested in your products and your business. It's connecting with people. It's allowing them to get to know you so that they feel more connected to you when they're reading. Maybe it's something like this and they're getting to know you a little bit better, and then they're sharing more about themselves with you too, and they're tagging you in this exact template. It is, it's so important that you guys are doing this in a way to where you are connecting with so many people. And it should be fun, okay? This should be fun. Get creative, get uncomfortable, like have a little bit of fun with it, okay? You're gonna learn, just like I'm learning as I'm going. I'm right now in this moment in my business, I'm building about 90 to 95% all on stories, 100%. On Instagram and on Facebook. Facebook has all of these features to you guys, well, most of them. So start utilizing them right away. Like, you do not want to miss the start of being able to be building on your stories. And you guys know how much I am like always preaching this. It is absolutely no secret that stories are so stinking huge. Okay. So another thing that I'm going to show you guys super, super, super quick is just a few apps that I really love. And I'm going to show you Over. It's amazing. You do have to pay for it. But I know like Canva is great. If you guys can put some of these that I'm saying in the comments, that would be super helpful. So Over is amazing. Canva is wonderful. Unfold is incredible as well. Pinterest, obviously. Story Art is a great one for Instagram too. And then I'm going to teach you guys about Story Reposter, okay? So first of all, I'm going to show you how you can kind of create just some really amazing stories that are like, maybe you record a video of yourself. You're talking about your keto coffee or one of your favorite products, or you're mentioning, getting girls started in the business. Like, I am mentoring 5 girls this month, and I would love to chat with you about it if you're interested in earning X amount of income. So making videos like that, you guys, is super important as well, okay? So I opened up Over. This is just one of the many apps that I love using when it comes to stories. The goal is you don't want this to take like crazy amounts of time. While you're getting used to it and you're learning about it, it is going to be a little time consuming, but the goal is to not just like sit here making images all day long, because you want to be engaging and building relationships and getting people into your DMs. That's the goal. So make sure this isn't taking too much of your time. So the bottom, I'm going to hit templates. This is going to bring up just tons of different things. I can do Facebook. I can do Instagram story, which is right where we're headed. So we're going to do Instagram story. Okay. Click on Instagram story. This brings up tons and tons of templates, you guys, for Instagram stories. Tons. And I can simply put my image over where these images are, like my weekend gifts. How fun is that? And this is something that you can save blank. Obviously, you're going to put your gifts in and then do what we did earlier, where you just tell them, like, share your weekend gifts with me and tag me in it. And they do the same thing like we did earlier. So this is another one of those images that you can absolutely use. Okay, so I can use this is the app Over. And I can use any of my images, you guys, where these images are. I can put my text where the text is. You can also do videos. So videos are so stinking huge. Okay, let me see this. Videos. So I'm going back to where it says templates. And you can see where it says video. I love doing these, okay? So like, let's say I click on this one. So this is a video that I could save once I edit it, and I can throw it right into my Instagram story. So amazing. And they have like a whole, if I hit replace, it brings up my videos. But they also have stock videos, you guys. So, I mean, there's so many things that you guys can do. Like here, we could use this video. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is super cute. we could totally use this. And then we would just move it over, make it fit the page. And we could talk about like owning your business in the summer, or like building a business in the summer, something like super cute and fun like that. And then we just hit the top right and we hit save to photos, and it's right there. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it so you guys can see. So it's saving into my camera roll right now. This would be super cute. I'm gonna have to go back and make this. I love it. And you can change the font on things. You can add like overlays, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's so good. There's so many amazing things. So I just went ahead and saved this just to show you guys an example. I'm going to go back to my Insta now that I saved that image or the video. And here it is right here in my stories. And you guys can, oh, is it like freezing a little? Okay. And you guys can seriously just put this right into your stories, and you can throw a poll over it, a question over it. And something that I also recommend doing is, okay, so we have this, and we could say something about like building your business in the summer, something like that. But then we can post this twice. So what I would normally do is I would post this twice. I would post it just like this with the text over it. And then the next time I post it, I would use one of the features, whether it's a poll, a question. And then we also just, I'm a part of Instagram. We also just launched quiz, okay? You might not have this feature quite yet. They roll things out pretty slowly. So I would post this normally, okay? I'm gonna hit the little smiley page guy, and I'm gonna hit quiz. And some of these apps do cost money. I see you guys talking about that. They do cost money. Put a little bit aside every month, you guys. Go sell something. Like, come on, go sell something. Put a little money aside. Go sell a few wraps, some keto coffee. Like, do what it takes to be able to get the tools that are going to build your business. But they have free stuff all the time, you guys. If you need, you can just research so many different like free apps for things like this. But yes, this should go right over to Facebook. I don't know about the quiz option, but the video for sure. And if you just save the video and upload it, instead of having it connected to your Facebook, you can put a poll over it through Facebook. So that's absolutely no issue at all. Okay, so I forget what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Okay, so here's just a little idea for you guys, okay? Story reposter, that's what it was. Okay, so story reposter, are you guys even ready for this? Story reposter. Someone put that in the comment section, because you guys are going to be so stinking excited. So if you see someone just they have an amazing story, or it's like a quote or something that maybe resonates with your business, if it's like a product picture or a product post, you're going to, if you want to like screenshot it, I'm just going to show you an example. Okay. So if I wanted to screenshot it, let's say that someone had posted this, okay. Like I said, to screenshot it, you are simply going to hold it down with your thumb and you can screenshot it. But I'm going to show you what you can do just starting out. This is just a really great app that I love. It's called Story Reposter, okay? And here is how it works. So we are going to we'll just type in my Instagram. Okay, so Alyssa Wilbur. We're going to type that in right here, and we are going to hit search. You can only do this if they're public. Another reason to be public. Okay, search. You see me at the top. Click the little arrow beside my name, and you can see what I have posted recently, okay? So if you want to repost anything that I have posted, all you're going to do is click on the image that you are going to want to post. So I'm going to do the blank template, okay? Oops, there's always like a little ad. Okay. So I clicked on the one that I wanted, and now I'm going to click repost. This is called Story Reposter. So I'm going to hit the blue button where it says repost, and it's going to say more Facebook, Twitter, or Insta. So we're just going to hit Insta. You can do this onto your Facebook too. Instagram. It's going to bring it up, and it's going to ask me, do I want it in my story or do I want it in my feed? I, of course, want it in my story, so I'm going to hit story. and it brings it right up. Is your guys' mind blown? My mind was blown when I learned about this. I was like, this is amazing. If you don't want to go through and be screenshotting it, or maybe you have a newbie on your team and they're like, they just don't want to be going and screenshotting tons. So you can give them like a list of 5 to 10 leaders that they can follow, and they can like type in their names and just repost their stories while they're first getting started. So that's just a great way to really start using, Instagram stories right away, especially if they're new. So Story Reposter is so amazing, you guys. Okay, let's see here. I think that, you know what? I think that I covered everything. Okay. So you can, what I love to do is I'm just going to give you like a few quick little tips before I jump off of here. And I am going to just kind of share like what you should be doing daily to be getting your stories out. So I really love prepping like on Sundays, getting stories ready for the month. I do that a lot, you guys. I prep my content for the week. I'm sorry, not for the month. That would be crazy. So I do it for the week. Maybe you do it for the month. Honestly, it's totally up to you. Okay, so when you're prepping your stories, I really recommend you guys just sitting down and like figuring out, okay, what is your goal for the week? What are you needing? Are you needing customers? Are you needing distributors? Are you wanting to build more engagement? And start prepping your stories based on that. And I love doing it every Sunday for the week. You can do it for multiple weeks if you want. But you can also use, I know that Later allows you to plan stories. I don't do that because I'm not quite there yet. But if you're someone who you feel like you really need that help, Later is the name of the app, Later. Later allows you to plan your stories. So that's definitely something that you guys can start doing. But you want to be doing stories every single day. Hold yourself accountable. Like, come on, hold yourself accountable. Get stories out there every single day. Jump on video on your stories, you guys. It's so stinking huge. People want to see your face. They want to see your behind the scenes. They want to see you making your kiddo coffee. They want to see you talking about the business. They want to see you having fun with your kids. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. So share your behind the scenes in between your engagement posts. Share your real life. Like, share the things that are going on in your life. If you have certain skills, talk about those skills in your stories. Make posts that really resonate with that in your stories, with the things that you love. This should be fun. It shouldn't feel like this heavy thing. And I encourage you to stop getting ready to get ready. Like, come on, let's just go and get our stories up and build an amazing business and get uncomfortable. But you guys, I'm telling you that you can totally just really step into the next version of your social if you are getting uncomfortable and if you are getting consistent every single day. Like, I mean, there were times when I was first getting started that I set an alarm in my phone. Like, set an alarm in your phone to be posting on your stories like every few hours or every hour, honestly. And you're going to figure out what your audience loves. You're going to figure out what you're really into, what you really do enjoy talking about. And you're also going to figure out how many times a day works for you. Okay, when it comes to posting on your stories. Maybe it's 5 times a day, maybe it's 15, maybe it's 20. I mean, it's honestly just, you've got to figure that out for yourself. But you're not going to figure any of it out, and you're not going to be building on stories if you don't start. So just start, like one foot in front of the other, you guys. This is not complicated. You make it complicated. It is fun. And I'm telling you, stop getting ready to get ready when it comes to building on your stories. Just do it. It's so worth it. Like I said, 90% of my business plus right now is all through stories. Every single part of it is through stories. That's how I'm building engagement. I'm connecting with customers. I'm signing distributors all through my stories on Facebook and on Instagram. So utilize both of these tools, connect them together, or just save them to your camera roll and upload them. But I I hope this has been so helpful for you guys. I truly do. I love social media, and I love learning this stuff, and I love sharing it with you, and you guys teach me so much as well. You are welcome. You guys are so welcome. I hope that you took so much away from this. I would love to know your aha moments below, what your favorite tip was. If you're watching the replay, you made it to the end, hit replay or hashtag replay. It's been a long evening. You guys are so welcome. I am so excited for you guys to just get uncomfortable and stink and do this. Like, let's go. Let's make it happen. I am cheering for you every single step of the way. And I hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend. Have a great week. Let's start the week off with your stories. Let's get them up, get them going. Let's get uncomfortable. Listen, I'm getting uncomfortable here with you, okay?